Today we are going to be solving our quadratic equations by graphing. So what we want to remember is that when we are looking for solutions, those solutions have more than one name. And we want to remember that they are going to be on the x-axis. So our solutions is one word. We also call these zeros, as well as x-intercepts, because that is where we find them. And then sometimes they are also called roots. So these four words are all interchangeable for our solutions. There's three possible types of solutions. You could have two solutions where your graph crosses the x-axis 2 times. So you have one solution, two solutions. Or you could have a singular solution where your graph comes and just touches and goes back up or down, honestly. And that occurs when the vertex is on the x-axis. Or you could have a graph that never touches the x-axis. So it could be floating up or above. It could be either one. So either of these would have no solution, and this does not touch the x-axis at all. So that would be no solution. So we are going to use our calculator to look at a picture of the graph and the table of values to determine what our solutions are. This can be done very quickly. If it's a great, nice function that provides you with the zeros very easily on a graph, this is very nice to use. So we're going to go to y equals, and we are going to type our equation exactly as we see it. X squared plus 4x minus 5. And then we're going to go to graph, in the top right corner, to see what our graph looks like. We can see that it kind of sits more on the left-hand side of our coordinate plane and that it opens up. And then we're going to go to a second and table, and we are going to look at our table of values, and we're going to copy some of these onto our paper. Now, the graph on my paper goes from -10 to +10, so I can fit a lot of coordinates in here. So we're going to start at -6, 7, and I'm going to copy everything onto my table all the way down to 2, 7. So you can hit pause to copy from this video, or if you have your own calculator, type it in, follow along, and copy these in onto your paper. So after using the calculator to find my table of values, I've filled in several of the points. I like to use several points so that I can really get a good shape of my parabola. And so I am going to plot these points and draw my parabola and then figure out where I am crossing the x-axis. So we've got one at -6, 7, -5, 0, -4, -5, -3, -8, -3, -8, there we go, -2, -9, -1, -8, 0, -5, 1, 0, and 2, 7. So I'm going to try to connect this as nicely as possible. Just do the best you can. I find it helpful to have lots of points so that you can connect them. And as long as the points are noticeable, you can tell where your graph is supposed to go. Now, our solutions, again, are where we are crossing the x-axis. So I can see I have a point here and here. Now, if you can remember, your x-intercept happens when y is equal to 0, so it's always going to be x, 0. So if we look at our table of values, we can see y is 0 in 2 places. These also count. So this is a solution at -5, 0, and this is a solution as well at 1, 0. So we can see that both on the graph as well as on our table. So our answer for solutions, roots, whatever you would like to call it, is going to happen at -5 and 1. -5, and 1 are our solutions for this graph.